YouTube once again. I hope you guys been well. I hope you guys have had a very good weekend this past weekend, and I'm here once again, and let's get straight to it. Today's topic will be on dream killers. People who dream, people who really kill the dreams that we have, how to avoid them, and how to avoid our own sabotage or our own selves from destroying our own dreams. So getting straight to it, first of all, one of the first things is to try and avoid is people who really do not support you. They have no intention of supporting you. Usually it's because of their own insecurities. They find that if you're going to make it or you're going to succeed, they just basically see you as a threat, and so not many people would be happy with your success because they can see the potential in you. So what you can do basically is to try your best to avoid such people, people who really you can see in them that you can see it in them rather that they really don't like the way you move, the way you live your lifestyle. Right? It's totally different from what they're supposed to think or they're supposed to know. So avoid such people. You basically have to do your own thing, because you know as long as you've planned out, you know what you want from each and every step of your purpose, of your plans. And if people do not support that, if people do not give you that courage, that encouragement, then it's best to avoid them, because a lot of these people will be the dream killers I'm talking about. Avoid such people who will not support your cause, who won't even try and encourage you with what you're trying to achieve in life. Other people to avoid are those who have settled in life, those who have kind of like given up on their dreams. Those sort of people should also be avoided. Usually they have not come to terms with the fact that other people are still on their grind, other people are still trying to see the best version of themselves, and so they want everyone to be within that same bucket, within that mentality of, hey, since I haven't made it, you don't have to try and make it yourself. Just sit in your lane. Just settle with what you've been given, and you know deep inside what you can achieve, or what you're trying to do means that you're supposed to struggle with it and then keep on doing what you're supposed to do, and you're not going to settle. So don't settle. Don't listen to such people. People who've just settled and their lives basically is not what you want to do, or what you want to be. If they do not motivate you, if that life they're living does not basically inspire you, then it's best to really avoid such dream killers, because at the end of the day you want to align yourself with people who basically align with your morals, align with your principles, and will support your dreams. And people who usually settle for whatever life has given them, and even though they have the potential of being above average or being great, usually they end up settling, and then they want to drag everybody else down, because they know that if you're going to achieve more than what they have, it's going to look bad on them. Instead of supporting you and then like really cheering you up for what you're trying to do, they think of themselves. That's just selfishness, and so it's to basically avoid such people. Another thing to take heed of is people who are constantly making bad choices. Now, I should mention we all sometime in our life make bad choices. Sometimes it's inevitable. We get to do this unwillingly or willingly. We make bad choices. We are humans after all. However, you find people who are constantly doing such things. They're always creating these misfortunes, or they're always in these situations that they're the victims. They're always, bad luck is on them. Then they start blaming everybody else but themselves. They are the ones who are cursed. They're the ones who are full of misfortune. Avoid such people. It's one thing having a bad luck, having a bad day. We always have that. Making big mistakes in life, we all do that. But if someone is constantly doing that, you always talking to them. Yesterday, he was probably in jail for some stupid thing. 2 weeks later, he's back in jail or something, back in prison, or he's just doing some funniest thing that is not productive at all. You know, that's always keeping him regressing in life instead of progressing. Avoid such people. Even in the 48 Laws of Power, the book, right, by Robert Greene, I think it's Law 48, right, says avoid the misfortune people, this sort of people. This Law 48. Avoid the unlucky and the misfortune. So it says avoid the misfortune and the unlucky. That's very good advice, because you know, misfortune and all that mishaps that happens to most people, that's almost contagious. You know, it's contagious because if someone's always going to be in trouble, you'll be guilty by association, right? If they bring misfortune, just because of you're associating with them, you'll also bring the same thing, the same fate. You'll also have the same mindset. Basically, you're going to adapt the same mindset as this sort of people. You're going to think the same way, and the very same thing is going to be happening. So you'll be in this sort of loop that you are thinking the same way, and the same misfortune is happening. Instead of, and the bad thing, the worst thing about this is that a lot of these guys never learn from these things and try and really rectify them, but instead they want to blame everybody else. They want to say that it's not them, it's not on them, it's everybody else, and there's no responsibility on their side. So avoid such people. It's best you really keep to yourself. It's even better. You rather have no such person in your life, because that person is basically going to drag you down by association. So if you're going to stick to yourself, rather that than have such people in your life. Another thing is to try your level best to avoid people who are always complaining and whining. Yes, we are humans. We are all going to at times complain about life. It's natural. It's okay. Things will happen. But if we're going to sit down, especially as men, and do nothing but complain, people who just do nothing but complain and whine about life, we all have it bad. No one really has it, especially us guys who were born in Africa. No one really has it. It's only a very few people who have it good, who were born with a silver spoon. But most of us, majority of us, we have it bad, and we have to crawl out of our bad situation. But complaining and whining does not do anything for anybody. So you avoid such people. Look for people who have solutions, who are doing something. No matter the circumstances, at least if someone is trying to do something about his situation or his life, then at least that person is looking at life in a much more positive way, instead of complaining and whining. Complainers and whiners, if that's what they do always, and that's all they have to do, get nowhere in life. You don't see people who succeed who are always complaining about a few things here, the government here, trying to rectify it. That's okay, nothing wrong with that. I also complain at times, but you have to be more solution oriented rather than always complaining, always thinking negative. Just avoid such people. Okay, look at that person, ask him, okay, what are you doing about your plight? Are you trying to do anything? If that person 2 days, 3 days later is still complaining, avoid such people. move on. Try and get people who at least are trying to find solutions. At least you can even ask a bit of advice from those sort of people, because if you're solution oriented, at least you're trying to think. It means you're thinking and you're not in this loop or this cycle where you're just thinking of complaining. Now that's not manly, that's not masculine. Men are supposed to find solutions to their problems, and leaving their complaining to boys or even women, so that we can create whatever we have to do or whatever is in our hand. And complaining does nothing of that sort. Well, another thing about dream killers you should look out for is that they're always like around when things are good. When things go haywire, maybe you're not well, you're not good financially, especially, then they'll be nowhere to be seen. They'll only be there at the good times, but during bad times they won't be there. These are dream killers because they're only there for your resources or for your time, and they're basically they love freebies. They know that maybe you're about to blow. They know that you're about to make it. Then that's when they're going to try and attach themselves to you. So watch out for such people. Such people don't know what loyalty is. They don't know what true friendship is, and they think that true friendship should only be attached to tangible things. They should only get things from you, and that's what friendship is. The basis of friendship, especially as an adult, there should be a purpose. I usually say, as we adult, once you've become an adult, right? Probably in our parts of the world, here in Africa, at least from 25 onwards, right? Things should be purposeful, right? You should work in a friendship that's much more purpose oriented, right? Meaning that there should be something that connects you, that makes you two or your friendship much more solid. Maybe a business, or there's a project that that's supposed to you're supposed to create between you two, or whatever your friend, how many friends you are, or maybe there's something creative you're creating. A group, a music group, a band. Things like business, should a business of some sort of ambition that brings you guys closer. Even though this in itself does bring there's a lot of ego involved there. Something that is something that you need to nurture, But at the end of the day, there should be something solid, and not just because somebody has money or someone has come up, is now blown up, and then all of a sudden you guys are friends and you're looking for friendship in that manner. It won't really last unless there's some sort of business involved. There are sort of boundaries within that friendship. Otherwise, all you'll be doing is inviting people who are pests, right? People who are just going to suck you dry, and at the end of the day, what will happen is that you'll also be complaining about the very same people that you allowed in your life. So make sure that the right people and the right friendships are formed as adults. Don't just go about thinking that the friendships that you're creating as an adult will just develop just in itself, and you guys will be buddies. And there's a lot of competition out there, and not your friends are just not people who want to make friends with you. Just want to be friends with you. There's always something they want. There's always something they need from you. But if it's made clear from the beginning, hey, we can do something together, it's up to you now. If you like what your friend or your supposedly friends is proposing, then you guys can do that. But just going about, let's kick it, let's do this, let's go here, with no clear purpose, what the friendship is about, then that will be much. It won't be. It really won't amount to much, because as an adult, this does work when you guys are young. You really have no responsibility. There's really no competition between you two, because there's no purpose really driving you to towards something. But as an adult, is also, you know, some people are usually basically, they become envious of you. They become jealous when you start blowing up. They don't actually like it, but because of the shine that you have, because of what you're doing, because of the grind, that ambition in you, they're forced to like kind of attach themselves to you, so that they can get a free ride of something. They know they can get a free ride. In their minds, they know that they really can't do what you're trying to do. So they attach themselves so that they can get a free ride, right? But once that the whole thing blows up on you, and you're not maybe the guy that you used to be, you're not the guy that you're supposed to be, or something goes bad, then those guys are nowhere to be found. Why? Because nothing, the foundation, that friendship was not built in solid foundation or something tangible that would really connect you to through the bad times and through the good times. Another dream killer, guys, that I should speak on is the dream killer that's right here. Our own minds, the things we believe. Today there's a lot of noise out there, man. But anyway, the things that we believe could be dream killers. Our belief systems, right? The things that we accept in our lives, those things can be dream killers. So watch out for the things you listen to, the people you listen to, the things that people make you believe. Those could be dream killers. Some are very subtle. You may not notice them, but there may be seeds. People might plant seeds of doubt in you. So that can be a dream killer. That's why I say you should watch out. Make sure one of my videos is protect your mind. You know, your mind is your fortress. So whatever you bring into your mind, make sure it's a good seed. Plant good seeds in your mind. Whatever bad seed that would grow to a weed may choke the things that you've planted and watered that's supposed to bloom, you know, in your mind. So make sure it will not kill off whatever you the positive things that you've created, right? That's how our mind works. If you're going to plant positive things, think positively, and then be realistic, obviously, at the same time, while thinking positive stuff, and then not allowing people to like put negativity in you, not allowing yourself believing these negative things about you or around you, right? But instead nurturing all that positive stuff, then your mind will bring that into fruition, and then at least you can be on your purpose, and you won't yourself be your own dream killer. And that can be the worst of the worst, because as much as we may complain about people who doubt us, people who are always constantly bringing us down, we complain about the crabs in a barrel mentality, crab in a bucket mentality rather. We may complain about all that. We may complain about the white man, the racist stuff. We may complain about tribalism, prejudice against other people's tribes within tribes here in Africa. We may complain all about that, but at the end of the day, how our mindset, the things that we think, the things that we believe ourselves, could be our own downfall, because even though we may believe some things to really be negative, but just because we believe that stuff may be the very same thing that really befalls us. But if we like take it as it is and say, maybe you just like ignore that stuff and then continue on your journey, on your purpose, putting more positivity on it, then you're more likely at least to nurture that positive the positive vibes, the positive things in your life, and that way you're not going to kill your own dreams. So everything else also starts here, and then you can work yourself out from the outlook of life. But start from the inside, your mind. Make sure your whole essence is okay. Then you can start working out on the outside shell before after working on your mind, because your mind, depending on how you think, how you strengthen it, then everything else can now be planned out and fall into place. But anyway, I think that's been okay. I think it's enough. It's almost 20 minutes up the clock. So till next time, guys, hope this was helpful. And as per usual, it's been your boy Alfred for Wakati Avenue, and more knowledge to peace.